Well, welcome to Touchline TV. Today we're going to be looking at each Big Six club's one to watch for 2022. We're going to start at Manchester United and Hesham. Yeah, what have you got?
Yes, so with United, it has been a bit of a tough choice, but if I had to pick one, I'd say Mason Greenwood. Yes, he has had a few inconsistent performances, but that is expected of his age. And when he has played well, like you could tell he is, in my opinion, one of the best finishers in the Premier League. And I think he has to be up there and one of the best Premier League English youngsters.
He's a good player, but and he's good, decent finishing, but his overall play is not amazing, is it? I've
Yeah,
gone, yeah. Elanga's, yeah, he's he's really burst on the scene. Just scored against Brentford. He looks like a top player. So that's what I've gone
yeah,
with.
yeah. I have to agree with that. Anthony Elanga. I mean, the fact he's getting ahead of players like Sancho, Rashford shows that he's definitely someone that Rangnick likes and can really be someone for the future. Maybe a better youngster than Greenwood could be better than Greenwood in the future. Who knows?
I mean, then again, you could say with either of our academy, we haven't really had that many well-developed players. Like Chelsea have had a lot, and even Man City have had a lot. But the main ones who from our academy recently are like Rashford and McTominay. They're okay, but they're not to the level that we want for play. For
Rashford is not okay, but okay.
they're
I think
average.
yeah, Rashford.
Yeah,
He's gone, man. He's just not.
what's happened?
Yeah.
And I worry that this could be the same for Greenwood and Elanga as well.
All right, cool. Let's get on to Chelsea. I've gone with Ian Matson. He's on loan at Coventry. He's been decent. He's a left wing back. So with it doesn't really look like we're just signing a left wing back. And have been reports like as a last resort to recall him. So I reckon he could be decent. With Alonso being pretty terrible, and then Chilwell might not be at his best coming back from this ACL injury. I think he might be decent. What do
I
you
mean,
think, Vishal?
I'll split between Callum Hudson-Odoi and a new prospect, Lewis Hall. I mean, I've seen him in the academy. He's quite a skillful player.
How long have we
He's
been
got
with Hudson? Like
I don't,
every year is going to be his year.
Yeah,
Like he scores
Yeah,
one league goal and then gets injured. It's just like
yeah, he's
he's a
just
good
injury
player,
prone.
but I
I
don't.
think I think with Hudson Odoi, I think the main problem with him is his finishing. If he had his finishing, he'd be one of the best players in
Yeah,
the
but like,
Premier
how
League.
long have we been saying this for? Like his finishing, yeah, but like it's not really showing an
Yeah, it's true.
improvement though, is it? Like
Nah,
unless he can show some consistent finishing or he can put in some consistent performances, then then like
I mean,
then
when
it'll be easier. But I agree with you for
when
Lewis.
he when he was playing on the 17, we were like, oh, this guy is, he's a pacey winger. He can do this. He can do that. He's a playmaker. And what has happened? He's doing all of that, but he can't like finish off
Finish it, yeah.
in the final
And
half. But
especially in a time where we're lacking decent finishes, it's his
exactly.
chance to step up. But he's doing the opposite, and he's not hitting the levels that I know.
yeah. Well, I went with Malang Sarr, which might be a little controversial, but okay, hear me out, yeah. Like, all
Malangsa.
right, so hang on, Rudiger Christensen could be leaving at the
Yeah,
end of the year. He's going to be getting more and more opportunities, and I've only seen him twice in those two Carabao Cup games. When Chelsea Spurs, I was at both games. He looked good. He was bombing down the at left back. He played left back, centre back. Seemed strong, good, showing a bit of fight. He kicked that
Strong.
ball at the ball boy, and shows a bit
yeah,
The
of
but
ball
like,
passion
boy.
in there.
did
So
did Spurs really threaten him? I don't know if you can really base it off that because when I've seen games where we've dominated the ball and then we've conceded a couple chances, like one example of the game is when we played Zenit and we drew 3-3. He was so bad
yeah, but he's someone that
against
he's only
Spurs. He barely conceded, and against City as well. Like he had a couple good challenges here and there. Sterling ate him for breakfast. Like I don't know.
he's
Stars.
only 22. He's only 22. He's someone that could maybe burst into the scene. I'm just saying, like he's one to watch. I think.
Chalobah also potentially one to watch. He's played more games than Malang He's ahead. He's ahead of Star as well. He's played more league games and he's proven himself. He's versatile as well. Can play in the back three. He also plays as CDM.
I think Chalobah's good, but I don't see him getting any better. I think I don't like. He started the season really well. He's sort of stagnated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
probably play
if
him
we
as a
stay,
backup. I'll probably play him as a backup if
Yeah,
Christensen
not
really,
someone that
really.
should be starting
Yeah,
week in, week
yeah.
out for us, in my opinion.
all right, well, if we just stay on the topic of centre backs, and for Spurs, I've gone with Christian Romero, one of our sort of big marquee signings in the summer. Been injured quite a bit, but when he has played, he's looked fairly decent. And look, he's one of
How
the
many
best
games
centre
has he
backs in the
played for
world.
Spurs? How many games has
Probably
he
had
played for Spurs?
6 or 7. He's just been
He's just been
hit with injury.
injured.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in the Serie A, he was centre back of the season in Serie A. It seems
He's
like he's
played
a
more
very good
goals for
player.
Argentina. He's played more goals for
Yeah,
Argentina this season than he
exactly.
has for Tottenham.
Pivotal role in Copa America as well,
Yeah, he's quite
for
good.
Argentina. So I think if he stays fit, he has a run of games, he can really be an integral part for the end of this season, the start of next season.
Yeah, Christian Romero, yeah, he's a decent centre back, but I do disagree with the claim saying that he's one of the best centre backs in the world.
Well, why? I mean, look,
Debatable. It's debatable.
in Serie A last season, he was voted the best defender in Serie A. It was a really important part in Argentina's Copa America victory. I don't see why he's not a world class centre back. You know, you've never watched him play before because you only watch the Premier League. But if you
Yeah,
actually
you
look
are
at
a bit
other
of a
leagues,
Prem I can't lie. You
if
don't
you
really
look at other
watch any other
leagues,
leagues.
if you look at what's going on in America, you can see he's a very, very good centre back.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's only played a few games for Tottenham, so he needs to play like more. See,
Yeah,
this
but it's
time-
not his fault though. Like, why are you acting like it's
Exactly.
That's
good enough?
we're talking about players that are like one to watch. Okay, in 2022, right? So we need to like watch him play more games in order to decide, if he's
Yeah,
good,
he
or if
he
he's
hasn't
bad.
really. I reckon he'll burst onto his burst
Yeah.
to the Tottenham team with. Yeah, I reckon you got a shout there. I think Sessegnon as well. You know,
hmm
he has struggled a bit with like injury and stuff, but did he play against Liverpool? Was it Liverpool?
Yeah, he
And
was good against
he
Liverpool.
was quite good. Yeah, him and Davies on that left hand side. So maybe when Reguilon can't play, as like I don't know why Conte's been using Doherty as a left wing back. He's pretty.
Yeah,
I reckon Sessegnon, you know, I reckon if he gets a run of games and can keep fitness and like his performance as a left wing back there, I think that's his best position. He
yeah,
can
definitely.
easily be a good shout there. So, alright, cool. Let's get into Arsenal. And there's a few players that they've got. I've gone with Martin Odegaard. You know, he's looked good this season. Was a shout for uh player of the month. Yeah, player of the month. You know, he's been decent recently, but I think with Arsenal pushing for top four, I think if he can keep winning consistent performances, he can be a really good player.
But like I've gone for Sambi Lokonga. He's played a few games. He's provided good depth for midfield, and considering he's only 22, he's already established himself as one of Arsenal's main midfield starters. I do think that's pretty impressive. And if I don't think he's good enough as like what a midfield two, but I think if you build a midfield three with him as a holding midfielder, I think he could be one of the best ones in the league.
Well, I went with Martinelli. I think he's quite young, skillful. I mean, he's obviously shown in his recent games that he's, I don't know, a player to watch, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Arsenal need, and Arteta needs to, I don't know, maybe clinch that top four. And I don't know. Yeah, I think he's yeah.
They haven't really had like a nailed on left winger. You know, he's forced out. You know, Smith Rowe from the team. He started the season quite well. He's looked a decent prospect.
All right, so if you move on to Liverpool, and I've gone with Harvey Elliott. So we started off the season really well, picked up that injury, but I think he's coming back training like, in the last few days. So if he's someone that can get back up to fitness, find that form that he had in the start of this season, then I think he'll be really important for Jurgen Klopp, provide good depth in midfield and then out the wings, which they definitely need. And he's quite young and all that, so I think it's a good option.
Okay, so with Liverpool, I'd say Curtis Jones. I mean, they don't really have much depth in midfield, but he he is one of the very few names who's coming in to their team, and I think maybe one day he could end up replacing James Milner and Jordan Henderson, who I think are the main weak links in the team of Liverpool, because they got a good attack and they have a solid defense, but their midfield is quite weak.
Yeah, he can also play on the wings as well. So maybe on that left wing where they lack depth, he can play there as well. I've gone with Tsimikas. You know, they bought him from in the summer, and he's been whenever Robertson's injured, he's put in a shift. You know, he's been quite good on that left wing. So yeah,
How often is he actually going to play though?
yeah, that's a problem.
That's the thing.
But with like fixed, that's why I don't think I don't understand about Klopp. He's always complaining about fixtures, but then he plays the same team every game. Like he should rotate a bit more. Maybe I do. I still don't. I know he's a good player. Depends how much he plays.
I went for Jota. I think a couple of weeks ago he was quite insane. He's quite young as well. I mean, you've got an aging Liverpool squad, so I thought that Jota maybe, I mean, a one to watch.
Not about young
in
though. He's like
2023.
25.
He's already proven himself in Liverpool. Like I think he's one of their second or third top goal scorers.
Yeah, he's second behind Salah. But like maybe he can like reach like Salah levels. Maybe I don't know. He looked quite good. Let's see what Jota does. And then finally, Manchester City.
Yeah.
They've just got like a really good squad, haven't they?
So for Manchester City, I've gone for Cole Palmer. I've not seen him play too much, but when I have seen him play, he looks like a promising attacking midfielder, and maybe one day I think him and Foden can build a good partnership and can provide competition each other for the Man City first team spot.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't think see him breaking into that first team, like especially with the attacking talent that they have. But yeah.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like our video, subscribe down below, and check our socials in the description down below.